guys. Today we're going to go ahead and go over some of the skateboard requirements as well as how to start planning your skateboard and completing the worksheet. So some of these requirements we're going to go over now, some later. So number 1 says choose either an optical illusion design, a character design, a typography design, or other design of your choice. The design must be original. No copyright material. So copyright mostly means characters, video games, things like that. Keep in mind that you are trying to appeal to skateboard buyers. So the buyers in this case are your classmates. Complete the worksheet and color with colored pencils. When finished, get approval from Mrs. Hall to begin the larger project. Now, if for whatever reason you are at home on the day that you finish your sketch worksheet, you can make the best decision that you can, or if you want to take a picture of your sketch worksheet, you could do that and email it to me. But if you are not in class that day, I will not make you check with me. It's just that most of the time in class, I do have students check with me before they go to the bigger project. Okay, so let's just give a really quick reminder of what your options are and what these worksheets look like. So I'm going to switch over to the document camera. Go ahead and expand this a little bit. All right, so let me try to focus it one more time, see if it gets a little better. It's all right. Okay, so here's the 3 worksheets that I give you. Now, you do not have to have these worksheets at your house. You can easily draw this on a white piece of paper or a piece of notebook paper if you do not have a printer at your house, and that is totally fine. The issue, or not the issue, but the thing that I want you to keep in mind though is I'm still wanting 3 examples. So if you look on here, it gives you like a demonstration and then 3 blank ones. If you're going to use notebook paper or something else, you are going to still need to give me 3 different examples sketched out on your paper. So please keep that in mind that I'm going to want that. All right, so if you're in class, these are the 3 worksheets that you do have. It says character, object, animal planning. Basically what this means, it's like a free choice, okay? So I'm just gonna write free choice on here. Okay, this basically means that if you don't wanna do the other 2 headings, you can do this one because it's almost anything that you want. The next one is typography planning. So typography means like letters, and I'm going to show you some resources that you can use if you would like to do like a graffiti sort of project. Typography could also be if you want to do like a quote or something like that. Remember, if you do a quote, you have to give credit to the person that did it, as well as it shouldn't be very long, because if it's very long, it's not going to be a good design. And then optical art. Optical art, when you are doing it, because optical art is easy to just copy the process, you need to have 3 different optical art designs. So basically, I combine 3 different designs into one to make something new. So this is an original design here. Copied this one, copied this one. So I'm trying to make something look new, okay? So I want to talk about the resources a little bit that I have, because you're like, well, how am I going to do an optical art design? How should I do a typography design? How should I do a free draw? Okay, so I'm going to minimize this, go back to my resources here. So this right here, this is an optical art packet, and I have this online. I think it's literally labeled optical art packet. So I created this, and it goes step by step, and it shows you how to make different optical art illusions, as well as I give you an idea of how you could use it on your skateboard. Now, does this mean you need to use it this way? No. Does it mean you can't change this? Absolutely not. You can change this however you want. It's your project. Okay, optical art number 2. So this is giving you another example of how you could do it. And then I try to give you like a spin-off basically of this. So I try to make it a little different here. I added like triangles Optical art number 3, I teach you how to make something else. And then again, I tried to make like a spin-off of what you could do by changing it. Optical art number 4, and I tried to make it different. Optical art number 5, and then it shows you, this is a little bit more difficult, but then I did it like that. And then another one. Remember, you can find on YouTube a lot of how-to videos on doing optical art, but this is giving you a packet in case you are confused, okay? On the graffiti one, okay, so I have this graffiti packet here. It shows you a different style of letter almost on every page that you could do on your project. Am I saying you have to use these? No, you don't have to do graffiti. You could do any sort of letter or word styling, but this gives you an idea. If you're really not sure, like, how to draw a block letter or a graffiti letter, I have this handout that says Graffiti Requirements How-To Worksheet. And, oh, this is a different one, but it does show you how to kind of change the letters a little bit. We did this in Art 1, but I made a new how-to sheet, basically. So the graffiti one is very, very open, but I tried to give people an idea of what they could do by creating these resources. All right, so let's go back to the document camera. I'm going to expand it. All right, so I gave you a little bit of ideas on, let's say, the typography or the graffiti one. And I gave you a few ideas on how you could work with the optical art one. Let's go to the free choice, because free choice can be really hard. Now, just because it's free choice doesn't mean that you can't use the internet to help you. I can look off of the internet, let's say, to draw a dog. This dog, I don't know what happened. He looks like a skunk. I must have been having a bad day. But I can look off of the computer to draw something. So let's say, for example, I would like to draw a coffee cup. And I'm only saying that because I'm drinking coffee. So I could actually type in coffee cup on the internet, find one that I really like, and draw what I see. I realize that that is somewhat copying, but if you think about it, if I'm combining it with something else, then it's not going to be copyright because I'm changing it enough. All right, so I got my coffee cup. And maybe I make this like interactive. Maybe I make this, oh, that's kind of cut off the page. This is why there's 3 sketches. Maybe I make this one spilling out liquid. Okay, maybe it's all, I'm having a bad day. Coffee's everywhere. Okay, maybe I make another coffee cup pouring out coffee here. Spilling. I don't know. It's going to be coffee. Okay, so I'm not saying this is like an excellent design, but I'm just giving you an idea. So you may want to avoid putting something in the very middle. You may want to have multiple things. Things tend to look better in odd numbers. Not that you can't have anything even, but I'm just saying. Okay, so consider putting a background. So if this is getting kind of boring, I could add like a line design to the background if I wanted to. Or maybe it's something that has to do with coffee. I could not put a Starbucks emblem on here though, because again, Starbucks is copyrighted, so I wouldn't be able to do that. Keep that in mind, no copyright. All right, then I would go to the next one. I would do another design. I don't know. Maybe this one, I decided to do tall coffee mugs or drinks, frozen lemonades. Maybe this is like all about summer drinks, and I do different designs, okay? Pretend I did something here too. Then, at the end, I look at all 3 of them, and I decide, okay, which one is the best? When I do that, I'm going to put a star by it, okay, whichever one has the best design that I want to do, and I'm going to color with colored pencils just that one. There is no reason to color all of them because that's just wasting your time. But I do want you to color one so that you can get an idea of the color scheme that you're going to do on your project. Okay, so you're going to color one. And I'll even write on here. So those people color one design. Then after that, you're going to have to decide on your bigger project, what media you want to use. So for example, do I want to use colored pencils? Do I want to use gel pens? Do I want to use markers? Do I want to use oil pastels? I will tell you with this project though, in class, all we are providing, because of social distancing and cleaning supplies, I'm only going to provide colored pencils if you need them or you need to use your own. If you have your own oil pastels, if you have your own markers, you can use them, but we're not going to use mine because, again, the social distancing and taking stuff home and all of that jazz. So you can write on here, let's say I have my own markers, I would write markers. Or if I have my own colored pencils, I would write colored pencils. Or if you want to do a combination, you could do markers and colored pencils. Okay, that's fine. But again, it has to be your own markers or your own colored pencils, unfortunately. Last year, obviously, I could loan everything to everybody and we share and it's happy family, but this is just the way it is. All right, if you have questions about the sketch worksheet, you can email me. Nobody goes to the big project before they get the sketches done, though. Thanks so much, guys.